thought, I think it's most probably going to the jungle, but it could go to the XP as well. We all know R7. He likes those flashy heroes. Cho Benedetta here fits his playstyle as well. He likes to go in, cut the waves, and just buy a lot of time with that mobility that she has. Todak, last pick. This is where it can come through. They don't go for the Diggy in the mid lane.
Wow.
It's actually Julian in mid, Rrq in the jungle. So, again, a risky draft for Todak. I like it.
I love it. I love it. Like, they take advantage of the Darkness 4 and go for pickoffs. And if you get the pickoff, there's no way RRQ is going to be able to respond in time. And, well, it's all about rock, paper, scissors now. Who gets the first engagement and who's going to come on top. And this is going to be game 3, Todak's adaptation, and I'm looking forward to see how it goes.
This is the unpredictability that we wanted to see come out of Todak Malaysia. Here we look, ladies and gentlemen, last look at these two drafts between Rrq Hoshi and Todak. The two lineups, team compositions, the crazy picks here by these two teams, and we are going right into the land of dawn.
Well, here you go. Todak, my tech, let's go. It's time for game number 3. Make it or break it. It's time for Todak to show the world that they are still in this. RRQ need one more to wrap it up. Both of these teams, again, classic normal starts to their jungle patterns, both starting in the purple buff.
Well, bringing up to the question of whether or not is this a jungle Archive, yes, it is going to be the jungle Archive, whereas Benedetta's matchup is going to be with the Esmeralda, but Yums now being a little bit aggressive down mid. Seems like they are going to be prioritizing on Moon's comfort as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary though. Like, Momo is on the Rrq this time. So, yes, ooh, in the meantime, Yums lands a hook onto Alberttt. I mean, nothing so special as of yet. No damage gonna come out. They're still just brawling out for the river space.
Yeah, again, we've seen a lot of these glimpses, right, from Todak, these shimmering lights for them, where they are actually able to cover up for Momo's retribution by just zoning RRQ members away. They did it in the second game just now for the Little Wanderer. They did it here again. They need to just stay consistent with that. Try to do that more, as that's top side R7 winning out in the trade against an Esmeralda.
Yeah, he was able to rotate down mid to actually put back up Todak, knowing that they do have the tendency to actually go in for the crash. But the bigger question now is that, is Todak taking advantage on Moon's level 3? He's got his triple wombo combo. He's looking for those setups, and if they get it, Rrq Hoshi is going to fall a lot very, very quickly. However, he's all by himself.
They recognize that and they're going onto him instead, burning the flicker for Moon. So even though Todak, they have the potential to set up these kills, it's going to be RRQ instead that pulls the trigger first.
And it's all about the timing, right? When we're talking about RRQ, again, flashback to game 2 and game number 1. Setup has been key for all their plays. For Maze, though, again, they lose out on the mid lane, but they push in that top side, getting that pressure into that turtle side. But again, they need to force this mid lane push, because if not, it's going to be really tough for Todak to convert on this turtle. Remember, that retribution battle, Momo hasn't won a single one so far.
Yeah, this is very, very risky coming from Todak. You can see that Todak is hesitant to challenge the turtle, considering that Yubes is so far away from that 4, and they need to fight right now.
Yeah, they're trying to, and the hook lands onto Alberttt, but that just lets him unleash the heavy spin onto Todak here, and it's gonna be Alberttt that pulls off the retribution war this time. RRQ, they try to press onto Todak in the mid lane here. Are they gonna get the kill? The knockout comes up onto Moon, and the flicker in by Vin, as well as the fatal links, but the counter engage from Muse pulls Alberttt into the tower, and Todak, they lose Moon in that fight.
That's what you hate to see, man. If you're a Todak fan, right, you expect the hooks, but it's kind of assisting Alberttt in a way. Unlucky, honestly, there. Alberttt picks up the first blood. They also pick up that turtle. Again, so on point on that retribution. The timing as well as to when to actually initiate.
Yeah, that was just so unfortunate, right? The hook actually, like you said, as well, helped Alberttt. And on top of it all, he had the turtle buff, which gave him the additional shield to soak that one tick from the tower. And because of that, they were able to come up on top. But still, it's not an end of the road yet. It's only 1 kills, but economy-wise, they're still 50-50 from both sides.
It comes down to XP though, right? It really does come down to XP, because remember, game number 2 as well. RRQ, they had a 5,000 gold lead, but the XP was just a big difference there. 3 levels ahead, 4 levels ahead sometimes, even Alberttt compared to Momo in game number 2. RRQ, they build on that gold lead, but they can surely just take that XP lead. Yums getting caught out here. Hurricane Dance, I mean heavy spin there, onto Yums, trying to bait him out, trying to use that, as that's going to be the chain coming in. Yums has nowhere to go. Another kill for the Panda Man, Alberttt.
Yeah, that was huge coming in from RrQ Hoshi. They chased them all down, but it was so very difficult to do this, to actually set up for a fight. But nope, hold that thought for now.
Ciku gets the fatal links put onto him and immediately just gets taken out of this fight. Todak, they're having a really hard time now in this early game despite the Hellcurt pick.
I just get thrown off, you know. Sometimes I think of it, and I'm just like, hurricane dance. I miss it, man.
It does still look like a hurricane
It
dance.
does. It really does, right? But heavy spin, he's a heavy boy, so it works out here. RRQ, though, with that pick-off onto that mid lane, they're now trying to convert onto the second neutral objective. This is where usually they get their power spike. The XP lead just goes massive.
I definitely agree, but at the same time, Todak, looks like they are going to try and jeopardize this, but is this going to be a play? It seems like no, it's not going to happen. 3 games in a row, Momo has pretty much not challenged Alberttt in the Retribution War.
I'm getting scared right now, honestly, for Todak.
Oh, what?
Oh, the 2-man fatal links lands onto Ciku as well as Momo, and they are obliterated from this fight. And right now, they press onto Todak. The enhanced chains comes out to knock up Alberttt, but it's not enough as they get a double kill onto Moons. And Moon forced to use the flicker as well. They almost get an entire team wipe.
That was such a throw off by Vin. He moves back, flickers back into the team. 2 members fatal links. What was that?
I think if I were in Todak's shoes, I would not have expected that as well. Because if you think about it, if Win flickers forward and tries to go for failing, he should technically be silenced by the passive cover Momo, but it just didn't happen.
It was just so unfortunate. Yeah, it was perfect timing, and he calculated it, right? He knows that if he just goes in, Momo's gonna be prepared for that. But if he walks back, flickers back to the team, he'll get it. And he calculated that perfectly. The timing as well. Todak gets the trade though, so they're already adapting. We're seeing this now from Todak. In the previous games, they just go straight on against these opponents, but now they're waiting for Ciku to scale.
This is psychological warfare at this point. You know, the way that you said Vin was playing back and forth, but at the same time, Todak's not losing out. They know that now they have to play macro. They go up top and take the turret, and now it looks like they're setting up for something in the mid lane.
Oh.
No, it's going to be RRQ looking for something with Todak as well. Both teams just staring each other down here. It's personal, man. You can see them. They know where their opponents are. He goes in, yeah. Vin looking for the engage. Jums and Ciku in the bush. No one caught just yet, but the hook connects, and Vin just instantly deleted. But look at the re-engage. Alberttt comes in with the real-world manipulation to back him up. He picks off one. That's Skylar just circling around the opponents. He picks up a double kill, a 4-for-1. They use all their resources for Vin.
You blink and you miss it. 4 people just disappear. You thought Todak had it there. They got Vin, but that was the wrong target. And now 4May's in some trouble getting chased down as well. Damage comes through onto R7, but it's not enough. They do take the mid-tier 2 turret along with that. Todak, they're losing in kills, losing in gold, and losing in objectives.
Oh, this is such a hard game for Todak once again. They need to find a way for 4Mays to make some space to actually get something across. Momo currently on the Hellcurt has been on point with the Darkness Fall, but it doesn't really matter. But it seems like the hook comes in. R7.
Yeah, he gets hooked, and the bloody hunt over the wall? How does that even happen?
Oh, that was unlucky, man. That was just so unlucky. 4Mays as well. He gets bursted down. How does that happen, man? I mean, at this point, it's just really frustrating for Todak, right? They're making the right calls, but they're just missing these little plays based off milliseconds. And here, even in the mid lane, R7 buying so much time. Finn looking for the re-engage. Momo trying to dish out the damage. He jumps onto Skylar. Perfect targeting. He's looking for R7. The hook does not connect. Finn with the fatal links brings Moon back as Alberttt picks up the kill. It is another 2-for-1 for the side of RRQ. Ciku, oh, he almost burst him down. He does so. Real world manipulation though takes it back. Clayyy trading in the kill. Roamer for gold lane. 4Mays looking for more. Falling Star Moon does not do anything as Alberttt just walks out of that Iron Hook.
It's so tough to be Todak. I mean, you think you get some of the kills, but RRQ always finds a way to answer back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But when it comes to this kind of reaction, they're just so experienced and playing a draft that works against other people. They know what's the weakness of their own drafts, and they're just using it on Todak. And you can see they're very alert on Yum's hook time and time again. And because of that, they're able to just get away with all this aggression coming from RRQ. And as of yet, based on items here, you can see that slowly but surely, Skylar is slowly hitting that mark where he's just critting non-stop.
On the side, yeah, and for Momo, I mean, right now he has a sword, just picked up the Malefic Roll, but right now 4Mays in some trouble on the bottom side. Alberttt chasing him down, but looks like he will be able to get out scot-free for now. They're setting up for the objective here on the bottom side.
Yeah, and that's going to be Yums looking for the hook. Doesn't connect onto it. Alberttt now looking for a re-engage. Ciku just clears out that mid lane. Both teams disengage. Perfect timing once again from both teams to fight right as the Lord spawns. But none of the teams have the advantage just yet for the up-and-coming Lord. I mean, it spawned already.
Agreed, but as of now, Momo, they're looking for the setups. As of yet, they need to get a kill onto a Skylar. Slow down his aggression, get a couple of economy from that is going to be the way to go. But Ciku, as of yet, he's only level 10 as compared to Skylar, who's level 12. However, R7 is in a position he can actually go for the 1v1. However, the fight is about to break down.
Finn tries to go in Alberttt with the hook as well, but nothing lands so far. Todak, they're learning from their mistakes and trying to get something up top though. A little brawl there going on between Ciku as well as R7. And now Todak, they're playing the macro game. They try to get something, a consolation prize at least for letting this Lord go.
Yeah, Formaze though, he's looking for the play. Falling Starman onto 3 members. He locks them down as Momo goes in for the damage. Skylar still kiting really, really well. Positioning himself to deal damage to Momo, and Formaze just has to be forced to run back into RRQ's turret. They lose that inner turret, but honestly, I feel like it is still worth it for RRQ.
Yeah, and RRQ, as of yet, taking advantage of this middle control of the tier 1, and that's why middle turrets are so very important. Right? If your fight breaks down, you want to try to extend them by time, you need some sort of control. But with that turret in place, if the turret wasn't there, for me, it would have bought a little more space for Todak to re-engage, but it's just very, very unfortunate. It just shows you how RRQ prioritizes on that mid-control a lot, rather than the usual brawl style of a gameplay. And this is a very, very different Rrq Hoshi here in MSC. It's all about objectives so far, and it's just paying off coming from Rrq Hoshi.
And I think looking at R7, that's exactly what he's trying to do with this Benedetta pick as well. You know, doing the split push, getting the objectives. Right now, RRQ, they are also pushing their lead. Syncing up the waves here between the 3, pushing with the Lord. Do you think this is going to be enough? I mean, they are so aggressive right now at this point.
They have a lot of range, a lot of siege potential as well here. I don't think Todak can really defend his. Ciku was forced to recall a little bit too late, and they're going to have to pay for that. Base turret, bottom side taken down. Now with that, they can actually just set up for the next turtle. They don't need to look for any more fights. They can go for picks here. Formaze seems to be in a tough situation there, but he still gets out. Knowing that he has Purify, RQ don't really want to overcommit.
Yeah, he does have the sustains now. He can actually make some more space. But the biggest question right now is that the Todak, they're finding cross-map plays to actually pump onto his moon as well as Ciku for some sort of engagements. But it's so difficult to play those cross-map plays as long as the middle turret on RQ is alive. And because of that, they just tunnel and all the way towards the base.
Man, I feel like it's just, I don't know. Right now, I feel like it's a really good play, but kind of too late, right? They're going for this as RRQ already have all the gold they need for taking out the turrets. The siege from Skylar just so huge at this point. Todak, whenever they go for the cross map, they lose more. Yeah, sure, they get a little bit of gold in their pockets. I understand they need those item power spikes, but I just feel like it's not worth it currently. But Todak, they just need to look for the fight. Here it is.
The hook comes on to Alberttt here, and they start the fight. Rrq Hoshi trying to put out the damage, but they realize it is just Yums and Formaze, and they are not the right targets. This is the mark of a disciplined team.
Yeah, the bigger picture coming from Todak to actually come back into the game is to make sure they take down both Clayyy as well as Skylar. That's the 2 most important ones they got to get a hook on. And Yum so far hasn't been able to find those opportunities just because of how much zoning the Alberttt as well as Vin is just doing and just forcing them back. And it's understandable considering that the Fatal Links can be a detrimental force for the side of Rrq Hoshi.
Right now, Todak, what do they need to do? I'm trying to think about it, right? Because if they go for an all-out team fight, it's going to be really scary. Yums going to be the target there. Vin tries to look for the engage. Moon gets caught. He still is able to run away, but the heavy spin locks him in place. A huge pick-off once again for RRQ. They're looking for more. It is going to be Formaze here, but Momo jumps in on towards Clayyy. He dashes out. Oh my goodness. Todak with the initiation, but RRQ with a winning fight.
When you said, what does Todak need to do? They wanted to get a pick off there by hiding in the bushes. Momo tried to pull it off, but it just fell flat completely onto him. And now Rrq Hoshi, they have the Lord in their hands, and they're going to start sieging down. Or do they need it? Because they're knocking up Yums here in the bottom side, starting to already get the mid inhibitor turret.
Well, we do see a little bit of hope as of yet, because as of now, with the hook coming in, that's the hope that I'm talking about. You can miss 1,000 hooks, you need one that matters, and because of this, it will buy them 35 seconds on the sidelines to get a little bit more of cross-swap plays, and as of yet, Ciku is level 14.
Yeah, kind of weird there from Albert. Like, he was way overextending there, right? His teammates were all the way in the backside. I guess he thought he was tanky enough to maybe withstand it and buy a little bit more time, but Vin gets hooked as well.
Yeah, takes some damage here, but I think he's going to be a-okay. After all, no follow-up and not enough coming from the side of Todak as well. It's really tough looking for Todak, looking really tough for Todak right now. I mean, at this point in the game, they try to engage. Momo hasn't gotten the snowball that he wanted. It's 0, 3, and 2.
Yeah. And as of now, basically Momo's positioning in the role of his team as of now is just covering vision. And I feel like the biggest core winning factor is going to be Ciku and 4maze. 4maze needs to reach the level 14 mark where he's just so tanky to a point that Rrq Hoshi has no way to kill him off. And you can see the damage dealt coming in from the side of Rrq Hoshi. Skylar is 46,000 alongside with Clayyy.
You know, Ciku has been really silent this game. I'm just waiting for him to pop off, right? Because at this point, he's been cross-mapping really well. He's been farming a lot of these minions, and I'm just genuinely interested to see what items he's gone for. Because Falcon, silent, he went for 2 BODs up against RSG-PH, right? Player's gold, but Vin gets hooked.
Yeah, it takes a lot of damage, but he reverse and counter engages with the Fatal Links as well. And instead, it's going to be Momo that's blown up in that fight. This is what RRQ keeps doing time and again. They have the hook, but they don't have an answer to the Fatal Links. And right now, 4maze goes in, gets knocked up. The damage comes through onto Yubes. He will fall as well. RRQ Hoshi, they're running through the draft. I told that right now. And 4maze tries to go in for a last ditch here, gets stunned out by the heavy spin and just pin to the wall with nowhere to go.
And you can see the discipline here coming in from RRQ. They won the team fight, but Clayyy still chose to recall. They did not want to just overcommit there, but they're looking for more. Finn flickers forward with the Fatal Links. Ciku gets caught. RRQ sweeps the Todak. Todak, the Malaysian champions, have been knocked down to the lower brackets.
What a game from RRQ. A very convincing